Morning, guys. Finna get in a shave this morning. Now, you probably can't tell, or you might catch on, but I'm actually sick, and I wanted to use some products that I use while I'm sick. I kind of didn't want to do this early on into my channel, but I don't know when my next opportunity to get sick is, so I'm going to be using K Shaveworx, the Didge. Now, if you can see there, the little musical instrument is the didgeridoo, and it's made out of eucalyptus. So the main scent note is eucalyptus, and it has some menthol as well. It's real nice stuff, I guess, assuming you like eucalyptus. But eucalyptus, if you didn't know, was good for your respiratory and whatnot. So it kind of helps the passageways when you're congested. So this is good stuff. I turn to it when I'm sick. So that's what we'll be using today. I'm also going to be using my custom shik here, done by North Shore Razors out of Hawaii. It's got the red and black colorway. And I got a Shik Pro Line V20 in there. Now I got some soap pressed into the bottom of my Lancaster Razorworks bowl here. I absolutely love this thing. If you can see, it has ridges about every inch, and from the bottom all the way to the top, got that nice spiderweb design. This thing is badass, guys. Alright, last but not least, I'll be using my That Darn Rob brush. It's got this bird's eye maple on top with the ivory resin. And I got a AP Shave Co. 28mm Sinbad knot. You'll see it's all clumpy. But this thing is quite dense, and it's a monster when it comes to lather. So we'll get started here. I'm also going to finish off with some Zingari Man, the Gypsy Aftershave Balm. Awesome, awesome balm. So I'm going to go ahead and get lathering here. Now, like I said, I don't know if I'm the only one that does this sort of thing. But when I'm sick, I kind of go away from using my normal rotation of soaps, and I work my way into using soaps like this that kind of have some qualities that make the enjoyment of my shave a little bit more. And the eucalyptus really smells great, and it opens up the airways a little bit for you, and just makes the enjoyment that much more. Now this is I don't even know if K Shaveworx still sells this stuff, to be honest. I know they've I think they reduced their amount of offerings, switched to wholesale only, and now they're only sold through their retailers, I believe. Which, that's fine. We have a lot of good retailers at our disposal, so that's totally fine. But I know they've updated their soap base, and this is not the updated base. This is actually an older base. I got this probably 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I don't get sick often, so it's still around, but it's definitely a good soap. I don't know if you can see it, but I just got pillows. Now this is a soap, as I call it, a soap of old. Let me wet the face. And what I mean by that is we've had a lot of soap-based changes in the industry lately in 2019, and it kind of brought the whole standard up to another level, and it brought the quality and characteristics up to another level in the industry. And soaps these days, they kind of have more of this more of this yogurty density with a glossy sheen. I know a lot of people throw the word low structure around. And what they mean by that is it's kind of the opposite of this. This has those, it creates those tall peaks, and it's really pillowy and voluminous. And that's what I associate with kind of the soaps of yesteryear, or soaps of old. I'm just going to spread this around real quick. Now, that is not a knock on this soap at all, because it works then and it still works now. It was a good soap base then, it's a good soap base now. I'm just saying things have changed. I'm sure K Shaveworx, their updated base, is much better than this. I haven't actually got the chance to try it yet, but all right. Spread that around. Yeah, it looks like it needs a little bit more water. It's not something I don't usually add a whole lot of water when it gets to the neck, because I bowl lather, and I'm pretty good at dialing it in the bowl. So when you see me go from the bowl to the face and I start scrubbing, I'm really just getting the lather worked into the whiskers on my cheeks and neck, and getting a little bit of scrub and exfoliation going on. So that's really all that is just getting a little bit of scrub and exfoliation and getting that soap underneath the whiskers. All right, I think that'll get us started. Looks like a good little bit there. So right here with the Schick. Sorry about that. I'll probably be coughing multiple times, but pass one with the Schick and the Proline B20 blade. Now, if you notice, I do skin stretching when I can. Some people do it with DEs, some people don't, or I should say DEs and SEs. But it's really more prevalent with straight razors. It's kind of more of a habit and a necessity with straight razors. I find it's much more of a skill for those guys to go with the contours of your face with a straight razor than it is with a DESE that has a little bit more flexibility, you know? So the skin stretching just aids in flattening out the surface, flattening out those contours like the jawline or the neck where skin is generally looser. But I find it's a good practice regardless. So if you want to implement it on your DE and SE shaves, it's only going to help. Now, it's weird because on my neck, the hair kind of grows at like an upward and kind of sideways motion. They say kind of get to know your grain, the grain and the map of your hair. And on my neck, it seems to grow upward and kind of like at an angle even. So that's why my with the grain pass on my neck is up. And then if you'll notice, I'll kind of throw in a against the grain pass all at the same time. If you're dialing in your soap to where it should be, and your technique has reached a certain level, that residual slickness will go a long way for you. And even at that, if your skin is just moist and you're using a light touch, you should be good to go over areas with little or no soap. Like I said, provided your technique has reached a certain level. That's not a knock on anybody. I could honestly say it took me a year, maybe even a full year and a half, until I would say I was a good wet shaver. Nothing to be ashamed of. Alright, that was a good pass one. Just put a little bit of moisture here, and I'll get lathering up for pass two. This right here is another product from Lancaster Razorworks. He calls it the Black Sheep Towel. It's actually a large, you see my chest, I'm a pretty decent sized dude. It's a pretty large towel, and it's made with microfiber, so it's super plush. It's just great. I wouldn't say it's a necessity, but it's definitely something that you appreciate when you have it. Sorry, guys. And this eucalyptus is just so nice when you're sick. It helps out those airway passage. Kind of like vapor rub. I know some people don't actually like vapor rub. The scent. I don't mind it. I kind of like the smell of menthol and eucalyptus, so this one is a winner for me. It's only a 3-ounce jar, which I really, really like 3-ounce jars. I'll probably get on that soapbox a couple times. I really wish that was the industry standard. So we could buy a ton of scents, but not really break the bank. We could support an artist's every creation without breaking the bank. But I know there's reasons why people don't do it, but I wish they would. All right, pass two with the Schick against the grain. Now, I don't do a full across the grain pass. I kind of do a hybrid 2-pass where I do a with the grain and some across, and then against the grain and some across. So I'm a little bit weird that way, but I encourage people to find what works for them. The whole 3-pass shave thing isn't for everybody. And more passes, the more times that razor goes across your skin, it's just adding to the risk of irritation, you know. So I found that cutting a pass out helped me. It might help some of you if you've never considered that. But I know the whole point of this style of shaving is gradual beard reduction. And 3 passes is kind of the standard. But a 2-pass shave, 1 with, 1 against, gets the job done for me. I do achieve BBS on a very regular basis. I don't get irritation very often at all. So, if it works, who cares if it's the standard? If it's broke, don't fix it. And this works for me, so I'm just going to do a little feel around here. I assume we got it, but it's always good to do a double check. Yeah, I think we're good. So I'm going to get some of this off with water, and then I'll just pull the rest off with the towel. And then we'll get into this post-shave. I don't want to go too long, but I'm not going to rush myself either. So people can stick around if they want, and if it's just too long for them, they can go. I think having a 2-pass shave kind of helps me, even though I don't shave incredibly fast. I could, but when you have a topic to talk about, kind of extends it. And if I was just doing a shave in silence, I don't know if that would be very entertaining or worthy of having a channel at all. One thing about being a proud bearded wet shaver is getting that damn soap out of your beard. That's the one thing that I wish was easier, because it likes to hang out deep in there. Let me take a drink, guys. Alright, so gonna be using some of this Zingari Man, the Gypsy aftershave balm. It's funny, I joke with Heather because it seems that this balm has almost been nicknamed the best balm in the game, because a lot of times when people talk about it, they will say it's the best balm in the game when they're describing it. And it is very high quality, so I can't argue with that. And this Gypsy scent, it's funny, it was originally in the women's line, and just by happenstance, there was like a website error on her website a while back, and the it showed this offering on the men's product side, and the scent notes jumped out to me, and the packaging jumped out to me, because all of her soaps had the same green label at the time, and this one was yellow, and it was in a clear jar instead of a black jar. And I was like, okay, I want that. Citrus, cucumber, and pineapple. It's an awesome scent. It's pleasant. You get the citrus and pineapple mostly, and the cucumber, I think, just creates a nice mellow base for it to sit on. I love this stuff. I pretty much bought the whole line. The soap, the balm, the body lotion, the beard oil, a bath soap bar. I bought the whole damn line. I love that stuff. So, I'll do a quick recap. K Shaveworx, the Didge, Eucalyptus and Menthol. If you haven't considered getting a soap for when you're sick, I'd say try it out. It definitely brings the enjoyment up a notch. And that eucalyptus really helps when you're congested and stuff, so I like it. It's definitely a ritual that I go to, I default to, and I'll be looking to get some more soaps that fit in that category of sickness. So I got my That Darn Rob here, the nice bird's eye maple handle with the ivory top, and the AP Shave Co. 28mm Sinbad. Synthetic Badger is the nickname. Not. I got my North Shore razors with this custom shick here. Absolutely badass. With the Schick Proline B20 blade in it. And some Zingari, the Gypsy Aftershave Balm. As well as the Lancaster Bowl and Black Sheep Towel. Awesome stuff, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Like I said, I didn't want to do a sick video this early on, but I didn't know when my next opportunity to be sick would be, so that's all for me, guys. Have a good Monday, and I'll catch you on the next video. Cheers.